It's a poop term?
Never heard of it.
What the fuck?
I usually don't talk much about.
Okay, look it up on Urban
Okay,
Dictionary.
we're gonna start. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right there. All right, we're gonna start the parallel circuits now. So what we've been doing so far is series. Moving to parallel. In series, what are the laws that we know in series from Kirchhoff's law? So we know the Ohm's law. Okay, so Ohm's law is going to be the same in series and parallel.
Okay.
What module is this on?
Those, I think it's under student resources, the step down. I think. So this is just a practice one. This is an actual like. Okay, so E equals I times R, and then P equals I times E. What's another thing in series that is a law that we have to follow? Current is constant, okay? How do we find the total resistance in series circuit? Total resistance in the series circuit. How do we find that? Out of all of them, yep. So I'm gonna put TR for total resistance, which is the sum of all resistors. Okay, what about voltage? How do we find our total voltage, or how do we find our voltage drops? How are they in correlation with each other, I guess? They all add up. Okay, so total voltage equals sum of voltage drops. Okay, so pretty much for series, these are going to be different than parallel. Okay, so when you guys notes, when we take notes on this, I'm gonna leave this up here for you guys to take a picture or you write it down yourselves. So we don't get confused on them too. So in a series circuit, we start with our battery, and then we have our resistor, another resistor, and then we have our ground. Whenever we're doing parallel circuits, up here, we have our battery, and then it splits off. So this is going to split off into 5 different circuits with a resistor on each one, and each one of these has a ground attached to it. So when in series, it has one path of current. In parallel, it can have multiple. All right, so same thing with parallel. We're going to have our REIP and our resistor chart as we do in here. So what's the first thing we're going to do?
Voltage.
What's our first step?
With the voltage, right under the.
Yeah, so write down what we know. So we know all our resistors and we know our total voltage. Okay, so Kirchhoff's law, voltage law, when it comes to parallel circuit, is voltage applied equals total voltage dropped. So what does that mean?
Voltage applied equals total voltage drop.
Yeah, so voltage drop is going to be the same as
Voltage applied.
the total voltage. So that makes your voltage constant in a parallel law, okay? As in a series, current is constant, and in parallel, voltage is constant now. Okay, so we're going to take our 48 volts and we're going to apply it to as a voltage drop across all the resistors. Finding total resistance in this one. Your total resistance will always be less than the smallest resistor. It will never be more than. So when you guys are figuring out your total resistance and it's higher than your lesser resistor, you did something wrong. Who has their blue calculators? School calculators.
Hurry up, Lucas. Well, I'm throwing.
So, All right, so you guys have these calculators. You have a key on here that is above the number 7, and it's an x to the -1. Okay, so whenever we are finding our total resistance in the parallel circuit, we're going to take resistor 1, x to the -1 key, resistor 2, x to the -1 key, and we're still going to add them. So on here, type in 20, and then the x -1, and then plus, and then just add all of those resistors and tell me if you get 10. You should. Who else has their calculator here? And I'll show you guys. Did you find it? You should have an extra negative.
I can do it in my head.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah.
It's 10. I got 44.
Yeah, for one.
To do.
Okay, so then take your answer and hit the x -1 key again, and then hit enter. 10, okay.
See,
Yep. So you're going to do, add them all together with x -1 key, and then when you get your answer, x -1 key that again, and it will give you your total resistance. Or you could take 1 over resistor 1 plus 1 over resistor 2, so it's a longer way. This way it's just faster on the calculator. I'll look up the calculators when we get done with this. Everyone can hopefully get one of them to do this. You get it?
Yeah.
Yes, then. Anyone else? Another? You got it? Okay, so total resistance is less than the smallest resistor.
I don't know.
Okay, now we're gonna apply our voltage, which is constant. So it's saying we start with 48 volts, and it's gonna have 48 volts go down each leg. Okay, so what is the next thing that we can do here? Okay, yep, so we can use our triangle. So E equals I times R, so E divided by R. will give us our
4.8.
I. Huh?
It's 4.8. It's the total.
Everybody say what's up to my boy real quick. Ben.
Hey,
Fuck off,
if you're
Ben.
paying attention, Gabe.
Okay, I'm taking my notes right now. I have to let you go. Go.
All right, so E divided by R, we're gonna do that, give us these answers. Okay, so finding total current is gonna take all of these added up to give us our answer. So we're just pretty much flipping the two, voltage and current, when it comes to parallel circuits. And so total current is the sum of all the current together. So total for I. Okay, then what's the next thing we can do? Figure out our power, so use our PIE formula. That will never change, so E times I equals power. And then again, add up your powers all together. You get that, or you can E times I equals also. Okay, anyone confused on this? You guys are good? Okay?
The
Yeah.
only thing that means,
Yeah, just, yeah, this
Yeah.
or these.
that.
This right here, yeah, okay.
I get it.
So, if you guys want to take this down to your notes.
Did you leak that?
Jesus, come with himself.
Did you leak that too?
Alright, so that one we first went over is only one resistor. per leg. So now we're gonna go to, we have multiple resistors per branch on here. Well, this one can get a little bit more tricky.
Get your fat head out of here. There you go. Thank you, Connor. I think I'm a bully.
Okay, so last one, we had one resistor per branch. This one is 2 or more resistors per branch. So this. Okay, what's the first thing we do? Always.
Find out what you have.
Yeah, write what you know. Okay, so we know all our resistors and we know our total voltage. What's the next thing we can do?
Finally, do that one thing where it's gonna be less than.
Okay, so on this one, it's gonna be a little bit different. So this is parallel, and then this is in series. Okay, this is a parallel series circuit. So remember when you have resistors in one branch together, it's series. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna combine the two things that we've learned into this one circuit.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're gonna find the total resistance of this branch, and then we're gonna find our total resistance of this branch. So we're gonna treat these as two different series problems. So our total resistance for this first branch is going to be 10 plus 20, so our total resistance is 30. And then add up 35, 10, and 15, which gives us 60. So now, what we've technically done is turn this into this. So we have 30 over here, and then we'll have 60 over here. So what we've done is we've condensed that series down into just a parallel, right? When it regards our resistance. Okay, so now we can take our 30 x to the negative 1t plus 60 x to the negative 1 equals x negative 1. So then our answer is going to be 20. So our total resistance for this whole circuit is going to be 20 ohms. Everybody caught up with me on this so far?
Keep again.
Kind sort of? No?
Wait, so how'd you get 20 again?
Okay, so we took,
Like, I know how you added lower.
yeah,
And
so
after that,
then we technically took this and changed it into this. This is what we just learned a second ago. That's what we did. So we took each resistor on the branch, made it into one total resistance. And now we're going to use our parallel where we add 30 x negative 1 on your calculator plus 60 x negative 1 on your calculator equals, and then x negative 1 on that one, and that'll give you your 20. Yeah. So whenever it comes to a series parallel, that law doesn't apply, that the total resistance has to be less than the false resistance.
so is the gonna be constant still?
We're gonna get to it now. Anyone else have questions over this before we move on? I don't want to lose somebody or get confused, because it's gonna get a little bit more complex in a second. I want you guys to be confident on this so far. Okay?
Yes. I guess we'll find out. You don't?
Okay, so voltage drop is the same or constant on each branch of a parallel circuit. So we're going to place the 60 volts in the voltage total spot on both legs. Okay, so we have EIR for this leg, and we have EIR for this leg, just trying to keep you in order of what you're doing. So we have 60 volts going on this one, 60 volts going down this one. Next thing we do is find our current total. Okay, because we have our voltage total and our resistance total. So E divided by R will give us 3. The 60 divided by 20 gives us 3. Let's not lose you guys here for a second. So current is the same in a series circuit, right? So we want both of these legs to equal our total current. So they're not gonna be the same. So we're gonna solve for total current in the circuit. So we're gonna take our resistance total and our voltage total and divide it, and we'll get our current total. So we're gonna, our E divided by R, so this one gives us 2, and our E divided by R in here, and this one will give us 1. That make sense?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
perfect sense.
Either.
Well, I get it.
And did I? So what you're doing is technically you're doing 2 series circuits at the same time. Okay, so this is, look at this is 1 series circuit. And then look at this is 1 series circuit. So E divided by R is gonna give us our current total for this one. So we're not doing anything different other than we're working on 2 circuits at the same time. Okay, so we found our voltage total on here, which we know is 60 all the way through. We found our resistance totals, and now we're gonna divide those two and find our current totals on each branch individually. Good? Okay. So resistor 1 and 2 have 2 amps. So on resistor 1 and 2, we're gonna put 2. And then 3, 4, and 5 have 1 amp, so we're gonna put 1 on there. And then 2 plus 1 equals 3.
Yeah.
I'll go over it.
And then it all makes sense.
We'll do a whole worksheet over this. That's not graded, so you guys have a lot of practice. Okay. All right, so what's the next thing that we can do on here?
Find your power.
No, fine. The rest of the voltage drop.
Yes, so we can find our voltage drops. Okay, so we're gonna solve for voltage drop on each resistor. R times I gives us E. That does not change, okay? And if we were to go through. Next thing we can do, we can get sense of power. Okay, so E times I gives us E, and we add all those up, gives us 180. Power is always going to be the easiest one. Okay. Yes.
I think we're gonna do that.
I'll look at the worksheet up and we're gonna work on it together.
We're not gonna do it separately?
Oh, no. You had to blow my foot really hard to move. You grab the bottom.